Excuse me. Excuse me. What in the world are you thinking?
Mean Gene, the first thing you need to do is to tell these people to shut up if you want to hear what I gotta say.
What up, y'all? It's KMB, the Sexy Ninja, and the place to be for a Paper Saber universe, and this is the New World Podcast, brother. November 22nd, 2023? Yeah, I don't know why I stumbled on that, but it's Dynamite we're talking about here. We're in Chicago. Tony, Excalibur, Taz on commentary, and we start this off with the Continental Classic. So, before we go into the Continental Classic, I just have some things about it that I found interesting. The Continental Classic. There's a Blue League and Gold League. Blue League has Andrade, Bryan Danielson, Brody King, Claudio Castagnoli, Daniel Garcia, Eddie Kingston. That's pretty stacked. And in the next bracket of the Gold League, Jay Lethal, Jay White, John Moxley, Mark Briscoe, Roosh, Swerve Strickland, and the rules, 20-minute time limits to each match, no outside interference, and the way this works is 3 points for a win, 1 point for a draw. Winner goes winner of the blue and winner of the gold will face each other at World's End, December 30th, and they will win the new Continental Championship along with the Ring of Honor Championship, along with the New Japan Open Weight Strong Championship. So, lots of stakes on the line. I was like, man, this sounds cool. Blue League, Gold League, they got kind of that Avengers look going on with the logo and everything like that. And then my producer's like, hey, I handed me this. He goes, do you remember the NXT Global Invitational? I was like, oh yeah, that was fun. The winner of that got the face of the North American champion, Dominique at No Mercy, if I remember right. And I looked at the rules. I was like, oh, pin, submission, 2 points, draw 1 point, 12-minute time limit. And there is two groups that go into this, group 1, group 2, and yeah, I was like, oh, and I looked back at the Continental Classic, I looked back at this, I was like, oh, so, but I was like, so this was done before, no wonder why it sounded so familiar. I'm not one to shit on anything, but I was like, oh, I knew, when they were explaining this, I was looking, I was like, oh, this is pretty cool, oh, this is pretty awesome, and then I looked at the notes for this, I was like, oh, it's the NXT Global Invitational, sure, 12 minutes per match, but AEW's like, fuck it, 20 minutes, but no outside interference, and the pin submission for the NXT ones, you get 2 points, if it's a draw, you get 1 point. It's the same thing here for AEW, you get 3 points for a win, 1 point for a draw, so I just found this interesting. I'm not hating whatsoever, but I just found it funny. I remember texting like my entire the Jedi Council being like, "Yo, what is this?" And everyone's like, "Oh, yeah." I was like, "Yeah." I love the idea of the Continental Classic. I don't know about the idea of introducing a new championship, the Continental Championship. I'm more curious about how the belt's going to look, so, but take this with a grain of salt. You know, you can be like, no, AEW has it a little bit better than NXT. They're not trying to copy WWE. It's just like, calm down, bring it back, and let's just enjoy wrestling. I just found this funny, and that's why I had to get it off my chest before we started this podcast today. Oh, good times. We started the show off with the Continental Classic Gold League. Swerve Strickland versus Jay Lethal. Swerve got the win. He's got 3 points, baby. Put it on the board. Put it on the board, man. I like the little bracket thing, too. And I don't know why that Avengers logo style for World's End got me all geeked out, but it does. It does. It tickles my nerdiness, and it likes to be tickled sometimes. But no, this was a good match. I think, I gotta say, all the Continental Classic Gold League matches tonight were fucking awesome. So, and Swerve got the win over Jay. And I really feel like it should come down to, like, not a new championship, but an opportunity to go and face MJF for his World Heavyweight Championship. But, you know, whatever. Renee is with Hook, Shibata, Orange. They got a big match tonight. And they're doing an interview. Then they get interrupted by Yuta. And Wheeler Yuta and Hook are building that tension so much so, you know, Then we have a next promo with MJF and Adam Cole, better than you, baby. The fallout for Full Gear. So MJF cuts a promo with Adam Cole. And then after MJF says he dresses like whoever's under that mask, whoever took my mask, the devil, I'm going to show him what hell is really like. That's where I'm going to send him, this and that. And the devil pops up, laughs. And right after that, Samoa Joe comes out. He's here to collect because he did his part. He helped MJF retain those Ring of Honor championships, and he's had his back. But there's a price. And at World's End, we're going to get that, and it's just a nice back and forth between Samoa Joe. And the part that got me really, is when he tells him, the devil and that, any outside things that might hurt you, or don't worry about it. You want to know why? Because I'm considering you my property, and nobody touches my property. And I was like, oh, man. So we're going to get Samoa Joe and MJF at World's End. I cannot wait. Yeah, baby. I love my wrestling. Orange Cassidy, Hook, Shibata versus Daddy Magic, Cool Hand, Edge, and Jake Hager. This was funny. Danhausen is back because earlier Orange had an announcement, but he got cut off by Yuta. Danhausen is back. The curse. Very, very evil. But we got all types of shenanigans going on. Cool Hand with, and his love for Ruby, because Ruby has a match later on, and it's silly stuff. But Danhausen's back, folks. We got that Thanksgiving gift. Renee's with Adam Cole backstage. He gets interrupted by Roderick Strong and the Kingdom, and Adam's pretty much had enough. He also announced earlier with MJF that, he's not gonna see in-ring action anytime soon. I felt sad about that because I do love me some Adam Cole, baby. But, here comes Adam! And Roderick comes and he tells Roderick basically, and the Kingdom, to fuck off. And he leaves. Christian Cage. This segment with Nick Wayne and Luchasaurus, and he blames Luchasaurus for them losing at Full Gear and everything like that. And then Nick's mom comes out, and this whole thing was fucking great because Christian Cage goes into Luchasaurus and he says, "You are now Kill Switch. Get on your knees." And he gets him on his knees and he tells Nick, "You don't need to be on your knees. You are now the prodigy, Nick Wayne, my son." And this is when his mom comes out. He goes, oh my God, Christian Cage is a savage on that mic. The things he said, I was like, oh, fuck, and he was going to concerto Nick Wayne's mom. I was like, holy fuck. But here comes Adam Copeland for the save, and he concertos Nick Wayne, and his mom's there, and I'm just like, man, I look at this whole thing as a solid, you want to make Christian the bad guy. Christian is the bad guy, especially on that mic, and saying, the dad's dead, and I'm glad he's dead. You're just a diner mom, a waitress, and all that. I was just like, Christian's a savage. That's all I gotta say. Renee's backstage with Anna Jay, Daddy Magic, Cool Hand, and Jake. There's tension. Anna Jay's like, I'm tired of losing. I'm tired of all this and that. I just want us to win. I want, so we need something. We need something as a group. Next, we got the Continental Classic Gold League, the second match of the night, Roosh versus Jay White. Jay White got the win, and this match was good, though. Oh, this match was so good. And Roosh, I was like, how are we going to do this without making Roosh look bad? Okay, low blow finish. I like that. Ref didn't see, and Jay White gets the win. I like that. And I will say, Bullet Club Gold has the best entrance in the business with that. The light coming down and, the cameras going around them and everything like that. They're shooting the water out of their mouths and, guns up and everything. It's sexy. It's the sexiest entrance in professional wrestling. So, but the Guns came down. Juice is hurt after being beat up by MJF. But the Guns come down. They get kicked out because there's no shenanigans in the Continental Classic. And Jay earns 3 points. Ricky and Big Bill attack Jericho after Full Gear, because now the Golden Jets have a tag team championship opportunity on their hands after they beat the Bucks, and the Bucks threw a fit. So, but Ricky and Bill, they attack Jericho because Jericho interrupted the medium scrum that they were doing, and he's being a little bit disrespectful. I'm on Ricky on Bill's side. RJ and Renee, they award Timeless Tony Storm with the championship. This shit made me laugh so hard because when they're like, and the winner of the AEW Women's Championship, Toni Storm, and she's in the crowd, and she's like, oh, and she goes up, she gives her acceptance speech and all that. Mariah May comes out with her championship. I loved every bit of this. I love Timeless Toni Storm. I'm no shame in my game, baby. Was it a chin up, tits out? That's how I am right now. It's great stuff here. Next up, we have Sky Blue versus Ruby Soho and Anna Jay. Sky Blue for the win. Ruby's with cool hands outside. You know, Daddy Magic's trying to tell him Daddy Magic's like daddy, and Soraya's like mommy, because they're trying to get these two apart and everything like that. And that's what causes Sky Blue to get the win. And again, I think Anna Jay needs to be on her own. Just what I think. Renee's backstage with Wardlow, you know. And AR Fox gets in his face. I was like, AR Fox, and he hits AR Fox. I was like, oh, like the cat that goes, ooh, you know. So, Wardlow is on the war path to get MJF in that championship. But we have to wait, because we need Samoa Joe versus MJF first, because it's going to be awesome. Or he causes MJF to lose the Samoa Joe. Now the final match of the night, Continental Classic Gold League, the third match, Jon Moxley versus Mark Briscoe. It was hard-hitting, fun, hard-hitting, action, hard-hitting indeed, to where Mark Briscoe was bleeding. And it wasn't Jon Moxley this time. Usually I always have a bet that Jon Moxley's going to bleed at some certain point, but no, it was Mark Briscoe this time. I enjoyed this match. I enjoyed all three of these matches, but I would say my match of the night is Roosh versus Jay White. Jon Moxley got 3 points now, so the board is filling up. We got more matches with the Blue League on Collision / Rampage on Saturday. So I think they're doing that just because, what's Saturday. Saturday's War Games Day. Saturday is what makes K&B happy. Saturday is what makes K&B the sexy ninja. His nipples perk so hard because it's War Games. The day after my birthday. So happy Thanksgiving to everybody out there. Hope you're having a great holiday weekend and everything like that. Hope you're eating and, eating that tudgy. That's turkey in Navajo, tudgy. So eat it up, gobble, gobble, get them potatoes, get them gravy, get it all, green bean casserole, get whatever you're eating. Just munch, 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 munch. And let's enjoy some wrestling. Tell me what you thought of the show. Dynamite, November 22nd, 2023. Tony Excalibur, Taz on commentary. We're in Chicago. Drop those comments below. Hit that like. Hit that subscribe. Share it to grandma. Share it to grandma. Share the bum down at Walmart. Or if you're going down to Walmart, say thank you to the poor Black Friday people there. Bless y'all. I hope you survive. All right, y'all. That's it. That's all. Go to ProWrestlingTees.com/New World Podcast and get yourself that sweet nWp logo. And remember that the New World Podcast is for life, brother.
And my response to your rematch request is as follows. Blow me.
Hey, Joe, please,